What is creativity? How would you define it? Today I'm going to give you 5 different definitions of creativity so you can be more creative in your life. Which of these images best represents creativity for you? What do you think? Which of those images stood out for you? Which ones capture the essence of creativity for you? Now we'll look at the 5 definitions to explore this further. When we think of being creative, we usually think of making things, and top of our list is usually art. And if it's not art, we're usually thinking of designing things. But we don't think of the everyday things that we make as being creative. Was your last meal creative? Of course you created something, you created a meal, but was it creative? And was it because that was just mundane, the same toast or the same cereal you had yesterday, and that wasn't creative? Or was it something special? It had to be a special something before it became a creative meal. When Google thinks of creativity, it thinks of this. It's brains, it's ideas, it's bright colours, and it's lots of light bulbs. And on Unsplash, you also get some of these quirky things, these quirky photos. But in that thinking realm, we often don't think of our everyday decisions as being creative. What shall I do today? What shall I buy at the shops? What am I going to do with my life? In every decision we make, we create something. What have you created today?
My 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
Martin had a dream of what he wanted to create, and so did this guy.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth.
And so did this young lady.
Girls' education is banned in Afghanistan at the secondary level, and we want children to have alternative means of learning in this time as we push for their right to have access to education in a classroom as well.
Are they creative? We don't usually put our famous leaders on lists of creative people. But what do leaders do? They make something. They make something happen. They make change happen. Leadership is creative. Are you being a leader? What am I doing here? Clearly I'm making something, but it's what's going on in my head that's most interesting here. A lot of artists start with a plan. They draw a very clear picture of what they want to create, and then they spend their time executing or making that happen. But when I'm making a sculpture, I don't know what the end result's going to look like, which also means I don't really know the best way to get there. The exciting bit for me is exactly that. I don't know how to get there. I actually have to learn what I'm actually going to create, and I have to learn how to get there. And that's what being creative is for me. It's learning. I'm learning how to make things. What are you learning today? What does it mean to have a creative life? Again, if we turn to Google, you'll get lots of light bulbs, bright colours and handwritten fonts. When most people think creative life, again, they think about art and design and having a creative, almost hippie lifestyle. But what happens when we do this? What have you created in your life? Today I've shared 5 different ways to define creativity: make, think, lead, learn, and live. If you want to be more creative, then change the way you define creativity. Let me know in the comments below which of these 5 definitions of creativity appeals most to you. And if you want more inspiration, check out these videos. Thanks for watching and be creative.